Welcome back after a short hiatus to AJ Talks. I'm Jeremy.
I'm Andrew.
And we're going to be bringing you a review on Ford v Ferrari. Now, we're going to get right into this review, keep it short, simple. So Ford v Ferrari is actually about Ford versus Ferrari back in the 1960s. Back in the 60s when Ferrari was trying to stay ahead, stay at the top of their game, build the world's fastest race car, and Ford was like, nah, we coming in, we're going to try and beat you. And do they do it? You can probably Google it and find out. But that's what this movie's about. It follows the adventure of Ken Miles and Carroll Shelby as they try to build the world's fastest Ford race car. No, just the world's fastest race car.
To take out Ferrari.
Exactly.
And just a side engineering note, the automotive industry is the most competitive and the hardest to enter in, which is why almost every single U.S. car manufacturer has gone bankrupt except for Ford. And Ford only makes the Mustang now. These are just fun facts to take home and tell your parents.
Or instead of telling your parents, just show them this video. I love this movie. It was a fantastic movie. I really don't have anything bad to say about it except for the ending. Andrew, how'd you feel?
Okay, this was a movie that met all the criteria that me and Jeremy look for in a good movie. We believe that there shouldn't be any pointless scenes. Everything should add value to the movie in some shape or form. There were no plot holes. Characters were well developed. The actors portrayed them in a great way. All of the driving scenes felt like intense driving scenes. I was sweating. I wanted to go drive my car after, and then I realized I drive a hybrid and it's super quiet and it doesn't sound like they're race cars. Okay, I hope Fast and the Furious takes some notes from this because this shit was actually intense. My hands were sweating and it was a movie set in what, 1970?
1965, I believe.
1999. 96. 2004.
To go off of a joke he made in an earlier recording, Fast and Furious had them freaking shifting into 30 gears, going against a CGI plane on a freaking rail, on a runway for like 30 minutes that must have been 20 miles long. No, this movie actually relied on tension.
Real cars.
Tension, real cars, and the tension came from whether or not you cared about the characters, and the movie does a really good job of making you care for the characters and whether or not they succeed.
I love Matt Damon.
Matt Damon. So the camera angles in this movie and everything like that, like the cinematography was really well made. It showed you what you needed to see at the points where you needed to see them. Like if the brakes were gonna break or if something was gonna go wrong, you had the right camera angle. This movie had some moments that make you gasp, take like a breath because you can't believe what just happened on the screen, and it was really satisfying that a movie can make you care so much. And that's what happens when you get Matt Damon and Christian Bale. You know, 2 Academy Award nominees / winners. I don't even know if Christian Bale's won an Academy Award, but they just did so well. I did not expect to like this movie as much as I did. He expected me to hate it.
I actually thought, oh yeah, there's cars in this movie. Jeremy probably hates it already.
I thought it was going to be slow, but no, everything worked. Everything felt in the right place. Even the boring business parts were so tense and so well made. The person who plays Henry Ford Jr. did an amazing job. It even has John Bernthal in this movie, and he's not in it for a lot, or he doesn't have so much screen time as Matt Damon and Christian Bale, but he killed it. They all killed it. I absolutely love this movie. It's so good.
But no movie is perfect. Let's break down the bad parts. The last 10 minutes were terrible, Jeremy.
Absolutely.
Okay, I didn't think they were that bad. I didn't think they were that bad, but I heard people talking as we were walking out, and they kind of agreed with Jeremy. So I think that's the overall consensus that the last 10 minutes were pretty crappy, and they probably should have just left them out. I'm grateful that after they tell you what happens to the characters, because this is based on true events. Story. But the last 10 minutes, I don't think they necessarily needed in the movie, and everything else felt natural and had a perfect little fit. The ending did not. It did not.
It was one of those moments where a movie is giving you too much, and you don't need too much. They should have just ended it with a certain point and then given us that good, true story after events that they tell you, oh, Carroll Shelby went on to do this and blah, 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 blah. Then the Ford went on to do this and blah, 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 blah. They should have done it 10 minutes earlier. Would have been fine. Would have been a perfect movie almost. But didn't happen. So what would you rate it, Andrew?
I'm going to give this one 9.5 wrenches out of 10.
I'm going to give this one also 9.5 breaks out of 10. If you watch the movie, you'll get both of these references. Definitely go see it.
Yes,
I'm not sure how much money this movie's making, but worth every penny you spend.